Well, the word is that Putin has a secret plan to shore up the ruble. Now, don't ask me how I know, because I'll tell you it's the same way I know is the same way Alex Jones knows, or Gerald Celente, or Mike Rivero, or Ben Fulford, or any of the rest of those bunch know about the secret plans of Putin. But I can tell you, he does have an ace, and he has many aces up his sleeve, and that is actually what's going on with the hottest Russian woman in all of Russia. But the reason he's actually invaded Ukraine is because Ukrainian women are even hotter. And he's going to use that as a natural resource to extract money from the West. That's really why he invaded Ukraine. Actually, the ultimate goal is not the Crimea, but you can see the Crimea is strategically located near Odessa, where some of the hottest babes in Ukraine exist. Now, to give you an example, we have here Valerie. Valerie, let's call her Valerie, huh? Anyway, she was born in Ukraine, yeah. She's a Ukrainian model, man. That's where the hottest women always are. And even though Russian women are hot, Vlad knows that the best export business can be with the Ukrainian women. Now, the feminists trying to make sure the Ukrainian women stay independent and are not part of the Russian apparatus or the Russian oligarchs or the Russian organized crime mafia. But anyway, but interesting to note that in February 24th, Valerie, which, rhymes with Vlad, she announced that she would try to not partake in food or water for an unspecified time in an attempt to live exclusively on light and air, a practice called breatharianism, or let's call that ED, eating disorder, man. Anorexia, man. So she went anorexic, just don't take it too far, lady. But this is the deal with Vlad. He's going to actually try to mesmerize the West and bring out more propaganda and get rid of some of the yo-yos on Russia Today and bring in the Barbies. Because, nobody's actually paying attention to what the hell they're saying anyway. They're just thinking, hey, But, if you want to extract U.S. dollars out of U.S. patriots, the best way to do it is through blondes. This is an exclusive story. Don't ask me where I got this information from. I can't reveal my sources. Just like Lindsey Williams says, hey, I got it from the elite guy. I'm Alex Jones. Hey, I can't tell you where it came from. I got connections in the political world, blah, 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 Anyway, it's an exclusive story, but this is what Vlad is actually planning to do. He knows the best way to get the money out of the West is through hot-looking Ukrainian women. And actually, the Russian women are hot, but, he realizes there's even hotter women over in Ukraine. So that's why they're invading the place. The Crimea is actually, just like I said, it's strategically located near Odessa, where he can get the prime, best-looking blondes. And Putin is going to use this to extract money out of the West and balance the trade deficit. He's not going to be looking at oil. He's not going to be looking at, stuff coming out of the ground. He's going to be looking at the best hot-looking blondes. And you can see, she was a hot-looking blonde in the beginning. She became into even a hotter-looking blonde. And, where'd she come from? Like I said, Ukraine. Ukraine is trying, and actually through Femin, is trying to keep the woman independent so the money's theirs. It's not going to go in the hands of Vladimir Putin or the oligarchs. They're not going to be extorted. But he's got a plan. And, just beware. Because some of these girls are going to be brainwashed and, they're going to be working for the Kremlin even though they're Ukrainian. So, just beware. I'm just putting this out here as a public service information thing. I don't want people to worry about it too much, But, Vlad has got a plan. He's figured he needs the money. If he nukes us, he's not going to get the money. He's going to use the hot Ukrainian woman. That is really why he invaded freaking Ukraine. I know this for a fact. Don't ask me how I know. I can't reveal my sources. The elite guy told me. I got friends in the CIA. I got friends in the State Department. I can't reveal my source. Just like they say on Alex Jones, Gerald Celente, Mike Rivero, Ben Fulford, Jesse Ventura, or whatever. So this is the game that Vlad's up to, man. And, it probably will work. What would cause American money to go over to Ukraine or Russia that was in the hands of the Moscovites? This would do it. This would shake the tree. This would shake the money tree, no problem. because in reality, she's hot. She's hot. You know? So anyway, just want to put this public service announcement out. But, Femin is already working on some underground work here because Putin ain't going to win out, man. It's turning out that the Ukrainian women are going to be 100% independent and working with the West all the way. Putin thinks he's got it figured out, but hey, there's going to be change in Russia, change for the better, so don't worry about it. We have an economic collapse here. I think it's going to be coming from the blondes in Ukraine coming over here and getting all the money out of everybody because they can do it. They can do it pretty damn easily. But that's not going to be a national crisis because it's not actually going to no hardcore communism. It's just going to anorexic chicks. So, and they don't use this for too much money anyway. So, anyway, the worst they would do is smoke some weed. So, over and out. Have a good time and don't worry about the bullshit that's going on in the alternatard media, man. Because, the sky's always falling, right? Yeah, man. Ah! Anyway, over and out. And I just gave you some political insight why Ukraine was really invaded. They're going after the hot blonde resources in Odessa. That's really what they're doing. And they're going to try to balance the trade deficit between the U.S. and Russia. And this plan might work, but, Femin's got their sleeves rolled up, and they're working on the inside, Anyway, over and out.